Namaste. Hello. Happy Navratri. I hope you're all doing well today. Navratri is my favorite festival. These 10 days are my favorite days of the year because you can pray to Devi in so many ways. Today, what I am doing is I am starting a marathon 9 days of telling stories about Devi. You know, Devi is so wonderful. We know her as Durga, we know her as Lakshmi, we know her as Saraswati, and so many other names. There is Parvati, there is Aparna, there is Kali, so many names. And there is so much to know about her. But how do we learn about her? How do we get to know the wonders that Durga Devi or Mata or Devi is? Well, you there is a person, there was a person, Rishi Markandeya, who was a very brilliant man. He was a thinker, great thinker. He was a philosopher. They call it Rishi, right? Rishi, thinker, philosopher, someone who has learned a lot, who has that scientific temperament and wants to learn a lot about the world. Rishi Markandeya, he has written a Purana. A lot, he has written a lot. It's compiled in something that's called Markandeya Purana. And in this Purana, that is sacred stories. Sacred stories are there. Many. And there is one part of it which is called the Devi Mahatmayam. It is also called the Durga Sapta Shati. Sapta meaning 7, Shatihi meaning 100. 700 shlokas about Devi, about Durga. 700. So this Devi Mahatmyam has 700 shlokas. All about Devi, singing her praises, telling her stories. So all the important stories about the Devi is in this one place, all compiled together by Rishi Markandeya. So I'm going to tell you the stories, or rather I'm going to retell the stories that Rishi Markandeya told his student. Okay. So before we start telling the stories about Devi, we should know a little about Markandeya, about Rishi Markandeya. There is how he came into this world itself is a big story. He was a big Shiva Bhakta. Okay, so now let us tell a story about him. Rishi Mrikandu, okay, and his wife were childless. They didn't have any children for a long time. And they were praying to Lord Shiva because they were Shiva's bhaktas, Shivji's bhaktas, okay? So they're praying hard. They want a child. Every day they would go and pray. Everything they would do a lot of tapas. They were doing a lot of tapas. Now, finally, Shivji there for always gracious in his ways, easily pleased by his bhaktas. He loves his devotees and he's always ready to give them what they want for, right? So he comes down and he says, "Oh Rishi, get up. Both of you, get up. Tell me, what is it that you want? What is it that you want of me? Can I give you a boon?" Rishi Markandeya was so happy. He said, "Shivji, it's just so nice to see you, oh Bhagwan. So nice that you came to me. This darshan is more than all that I need." But Shivji asked him, "You can get a boon. I would love to give you something." So Rishi Markandeya says that he would like a child. Shivji says, "Sure, tathastu, tathastu, parantu, but there you have to make a choice." Choice? What choice? You have to make a choice as whether you want a child that will live for a long, long, long time, but he will not be a good person. He could even hurt the universe. "Oh, no, 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 I don't want that kind of a child." Well, then the other option is you can have a child who is brilliant, who will do wonders for this universe, who will be kind, who will be good, who will teach many, many people many things, but he will only be living for 16 years. What kind of a child do you want? A child that will live for a long time but do bad for the universe, or do you want a child that will live for a very short time, just 16 years, and but do wonders for the universe? Rishi Markandeya immediately said, "I want a child who, lives for just a short time. It's okay. I don't want someone who's going to live for many, many years and do bad things to this world. No, 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 no. It is better to have no child rather than have a child who does bad to this universe." Okay, so now they had a child. They had a boy child. And he was called Markandeya, son of Markandeya. And Markandeya starts growing into this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful child. His parents make sure never to tell him that he has a short life. So he doesn't know anything about it. And he knows all the Shastras. He has learned so much. He's a very kind person, good to animals, good to humans, wonderful person. Now, he's turning 15. All the rituals that are required to be done at certain ages, at every age, is done. His Upnayana was done. Before that, when all the rituals have been done. Now what was to be done is his 15th birthday. His mother has made paisa, kheer. And he wakes up in the morning. He's 15. It's exciting, isn't it? To grow one more year. That 15 is a wonderful age. So he goes, takes a shower and all that, and comes and just pranam to his mother, waiting for his kheer, his favorite kheer. And he takes it from her hand and he sees, what does he see? Not his mother smiling, but tears in her eyes. And he says, "Mata? Mom, why are you crying. It's my birthday, you should be happy. Um, she she can't resist herself. She looks at him, she puts her hand around him, she hugs him and she starts crying. She can't bless him live a long life. She knows he's not going to live for more than a year now. So he asks her, "What happened, Ma? What happened? Tell me." And finally she breaks down and tells him. Markandeya says, "Don't worry, Ma, don't worry. I will live with you forever. Don't you worry. I am Shivji's Bhakta. I will live." No, Shiva only has told this. Since the father also says, no, nothing can be done. Markandeya says, "Don't worry." And he goes and as usual, he's praying to Shivji. He makes a linga, Shivlinga, and he's praying to that every day, puts flowers and all that as usual. Now, a year passes, his 16th birthday, and he is not to live for a minute more than 16. And what is he doing? He is doing puja. The men, all the helpers of Yama, of Lord Yama, the god of death, come to take him away. They come and they try to pull his life, his soul, but Markandeya is saying his prayers. He's putting flowers, he is putting haldi, he's putting kumkum on the Shivlinga. They can't. The power of the Shivlinga is such that they cannot take him. So they go back to Lord Yama, and Yama comes himself on his black buffalo. He's all dark and big built on his dark black buffalo. He comes and he just waits, and he sees Markandeya, and he says, "Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful boy. He should live, but I am required to take him. I am required to take his life, his soul, back to the Supreme Lord. It's time. His time has come on this earth." So he takes his noose, and just like, how you tie a horse, lasso a horse, just like that. He has his noose and he just ties it around him, circles it around him, and throws it over the head of Markandeya. But Markandeya is hugging the Shivlinga, and that noose falls over both him and the Shivlinga. And out from the Shivlinga comes Asat Shiva with his 3 eyes almost there. "What are you doing to my Bhakta?" Lord Yama says, "Oh, sorry. We shall keep him alive." Lord Yama goes, and Shiva is very pleased with Markandeya and says, "May you live forever. May you do great things. You with your bhakti have made me forget my own words. Okay, you have defeated me in the boon that I had given to your parents. Now you can live forever. Now that is the story of the Rishi, the thinker, the philosopher who has written the Markandeya Purana. And in this Markandeya Purana is the 700 shlokas of Devi Mahatmayam. Okay. So this is for over the next 9 days, I will be telling you parts of this story so that we can finish the all the stories in that time. Okay. Now, this is the story about Yoga Maya, about who is Devi. Let us find out who Devi is. So, one day, Rishi Markandeya was sitting with his student, Bhaguri. Okay? And he tells Bhaguri, let me tell you the story of Devi. And that will be in the Devi Mahatmayam. Let me tell you the Mahatva of Devi, the importance of Devi, the Mahatmayam, the greatness of Devi, the Mahatmayam of Devi. Okay, once upon a time, says Rishi Markandeya, once upon a time, there lived a Raja. His name was Suratha. Now, Suratha was a very kind king, a wise king, a just king, a good man. He took care of all his people very well. He took care of the animals very well. He was a great patron of the arts. Everyone was happy. Now, once neighboring kingdoms, the Kolas, come. Raja Suratha was a king of the Chaitra dynasty. Okay, of the Chaitra dynasty. And the Kolas have come to war. And Suratha fights. He's a very, very strong man, very, very brave king. But he gets defeated. He gets defeated in this war. Badly defeated. And he comes back to the palace. He's defeated. He loses quite a bit. Now, see, powerful men or anyone has friends, have many friends and have enemies also, people who don't like them, right? So like that, this Raja also had people who didn't like him. The ministers, there were some ministers who didn't like him. There were some people, and they thought, he got defeated. He got defeated. He cannot protect us anymore. Let us get some other king. We don't want him. And they have a coup and they ask him to leave. He was defeated from outside. He is defeated from inside. All his own people, his own family, his friends, his ministers have all come up against him and thrown him out. And he feels very, very bad and he walks off. When he's walking off, he goes into a forest. He enters a forest and there he sees an ashrama. The ashrama was of Rishi Medhas. He goes there and he sees all the animals living so calm, peacefully around, birds living peacefully there, and all other people in the ashrama. So he goes and starts spending time there, nearby. One day, he comes across another person walking very sadly towards the ashrama. So he goes towards that person and just says, "Hey, who are you?" all this time, Suratha has been staying in the ashrama, but his mind has been very agitated, right? He feels very sad. He's hurt. But at the same time, he's wondering, is my son okay? Is my daughter okay? Is my wife okay? Are the people of my land okay? Is the new king taking care of my people? I miss all that. I miss going hunting with my friends. I miss the throne. I miss helping all my subjects. I miss all that. It's very nice here, but I wish I could be there. At the same time, he's seeing this man walk very sadly. Yes. So Suratha goes to him and says, "Hey, are you okay? What are you doing here? Who are you?" When this man sees him asking so friendly, in such a friendly way, the man who's coming, he feels, oh, so someone is friendly to me. I am Samadhi. He says, I am Samadhi. I am a merchant, and I was a very rich merchant. But my sons and my wife, they got so greedy. They all revolted against me and they have thrown me out of the house. King Suratha looks at Samadhi and says, oh, you have a similar story. Come, let's go eat something and all that. Then over the days they notice that both of them are feeling, they have both been hurt in a similar way, right? Their near and dear ones have hurt them. But they are feeling, they are missing everything that was. The merchant, Samadhi, is missing his wife, he's missing his children, he knows that they have hurt him, but still he's feeling very bad. He wishes, he misses his house, he misses the travels that he did while he was a merchant. He misses everything and he feels bad. They notice that they're both attached. So attached to the worldly things. And they ask each other, why are we like this? What could the reason be? Then Raja Suratha says, maybe Rishi Medhas would have an answer. Now Rishi Markandeya continues the story to his student Bhaguri and says, now what happens, Bhaguri, is that Suratha and Samadhi decide to go to Rishi Medhas and ask him this question, and they do. They go to Rishi Medhas and as usual do pranam to him, touch his feet, give him something nice to eat and sit down in front of them and ask, can you please answer this question, O Guru, O Rishi? Rishi says, sure. And he says, O Suratha, O Samadhi, listen, listen. It is the natural thing. All animals, all birds, all the creatures of this universe, including humans, feel the need to take care of their loved ones. This is natural. But this happens because of Mahamaya, of Devi Mahatmayam. She is the one who makes this happen. Who is this Mahamaya? Who is this Devi? Asked Suratha. O Suratha, this Devi, Yogamaya, she is the creator. She is the doer. She is the one that maintains everything. She is the one that can destroy. She pervades all the senses of every creature. She's in the eyes, she's in the sense of the smell in the nostrils, she's in the mouth, she's in the very chest, she's everywhere. She's in every creature of the universe, in all the senses of all the creatures of the universe. She is not just that, pervades this entire universe. She is in every atom, every atom, every atom. She's everywhere. She does whatever the Devas want. She helps the Devas whenever there is need. Whenever there is need. She comes again and again and again whenever the Devas need to make sure that this universe is peaceful. She is that Devi. Suratha and Samadhi would like to know more. And Rishi Markandeya says, Bhaguri, Suratha and Samadhi wanted to know more about the Devi. And Rishi Medhas told them. And what did they tell them? That we shall see tomorrow.